You can make some wonderful fabric postcards to send as a special treat to your friends and family. And you, yes, can really send them through the mail. They do cost a little bit extra than a normal postcard because they will need to be hand canceled as they are a little bit bulky and they don't fit through the regular cancellation machines, but they are so worth it. You can mail them naked, which is just as they are without an envelope. You can put them in a regular envelope, or you can put them in a clear envelope so everyone can see them as they pass through hands onto its recipient. Now, our fabric postcards will be using support from a fusible interfacing that's going to be sandwiched in between two pieces of fabric. And fusible interfacing, it's just a stiffness. It adds stiffness and support. And the type we will be using will be stitchable if you want to be stitching elements onto your card, or it's strong enough in case that you're not going to be stitching. If you're just going to be fusing it, it will join all your pieces together. The first things we need to do is cut our fabric and our fusible interfacing to size, which is 4 by 6, and you'll want to fuse the top part of your postcard, the part that will have the image and all the embellishments. Fuse that to your fusible interfacing. And then you'll want to cut out your different items, fabric, and your printed image on fabric. Fuse those with the fusible web. Different fusible web has different instructions. Some call for a dry iron, some call for a steam iron, so do make sure that you check your package instructions. And if you will use a piece of parchment paper, I haven't shown that here in the photos, but when you press with fusible, make sure that you put a piece of parchment paper, or you could even use the backing release paper from some of the fusibles. Use that as your parchment paper. You'll want to just protect your iron so you're not getting fusible onto the iron. If you're going to be machine or hand stitching, you'll want to do that next. I have stitched a straight stitch around my Merry Christmas image. I have actually machine stitched the buttons on there as well, and then I've used the trim at the bottom, and I did 2 rows of straight stitching on that. Then, once you're done stitching, you'll want to fuse the backing postcard image. If you're going to use the postcard image, whatever you're going to use for the back, you put that on next because that will hide all the stitching threads and your tails with the postcard image. And what I've done on mine is I've done a close zigzag stitch, and I usually do my zigzag stitch probably 3 times around it to get it, because I like a nice thick buildup of satin stitches. This is an image that I took of Butterfly. The text I printed out on Extravaganza. That is a printable organza sheet by Jacquard, and that gives a real transparent image. In this case, the transparency, you're able to see behind the image behind it. And I've added a velvet ribbon and some little elements to the side there, and then satin stitched with a variegated thread. This is obviously a St. Patrick's Day card. I got a clip art image from Dover Publications. I've added some trim, stitched it all on, added some silk flowers and some buttons. So the raven is my photo image. Then I've also added some the fabric backing I've hand stamped with bleach, and then stitched all those pieces together, added some chipboard letters and some Krylon gold leafing pen, and then some black pen for the outlines. So you can really get creative with what you do with even a 4 by 6 postcard. You can do a whole lot of different treatments there. Then this last bird image, I can't remember where I got it. I got it from some free image, some free place that I don't remember where I got it from, but it's on some silk fabric, real nubby and textury. It's really, really nice. It's really nice in your hand. And then I really just added a quilt binding around it and just did a little wide zigzag kind of stitch around the edges.